Good morning, everyone. Phi Farley here. It's June 28th. Happy Friday, everybody. We got a great afternoon slate of games today. I got a daily best bet to you, which I think is going to be a great spot. I'm looking forward to getting this play out there. Curious of your thoughts. Feel free to chime in. Yesterday, coming off a win, Coors Field, I tell you, you cannot cash a ticket early if you bet on a game in Coors Field. Back and forth and back and forth. Down early, Dodgers come back in the ninth to score three more to raise the lead up to a 12-8 final over the Rockies. And in the bottom of the ninth, I was still nervous. So, especially the way things have gone for me, happy to get a win there. Matter of fact, earlier in the day with a push, I ended up with a winning day, but had the under in the Mets-Phillies, which was completely the right way to go, under the 9. They go into the ninth inning, 1-0 Phillies, and Mets put up, Phillies put up 3. I forget which way it goes. Mets end up with a walk-off by Gene Segura, winning at 6-3, pushing the 9. I mean, the only way that could have happened. I guess I'm just lucky it wasn't a grand slam, and I lose with a 7-3 total. So, final. So anyway, happy about that. By the way, another note in the gambling world, kind of interesting. New Jersey passed up Las Vegas last month in total handle. That's kind of interesting. Didn't think Jersey could go that quickly and grow that fast to pass up Nevada so soon. So, congratulations for whatever that's worth to New Jersey in pushing the sports betting. It's going to continue to grow and continue to push across the country in more states. But now there's a good East Coast option for you guys out there to walk into a brick and mortar and lay your wagers down. All right, so let's talk about today's best bet going to Tampa Bay. So one just first note on this. We got the Rangers going to the Rays. And before we get into the game and how the inner workings of the game goes, let's just take a step back and talk about these two teams. Tampa Bay just coming off an 18-inning game in Minnesota that was rain delayed to begin with. They used, I believe it was 7 relievers throughout the game. Goes 18 innings. They end up winning it 5-2. But in the process, took all day to get her done, and really they got to be exhausted coming back home. And they're getting a Rangers team that's won 5 straight, just swept the Tigers, and are now looking to continue running with this. And they got some great players that are out right now that they're going to be getting back too. So Rangers are carrying some momentum into this game. They're 17-21 on the road. These two teams are off by 1 game. Tampa Bay with 1 more win, 1 less loss than the Rangers. So pretty even here across the board. Rays just in a tough spot. They've been not playing the greatest here. I want to say it was 6-17 in their last 23. So a little bit of a downslide while the Rangers are on an uptick. Now let's talk about Chirinos going against Lynn. So Chirinos, young kid, has been a opener for some games as well as a starter. He's been moved into that starting role. He's been put together some pretty consistent starts, going 6 innings, giving up 5. One thing I really like about this game is it's pretty predictable. So he's gone 6 innings, last 3 starts, given up 5, 6, and 7 hits each game, given up 2 or 3 runs in each one of the games, given up a total of 4 home runs. So he's kind of been slipping lately in what he's had very quality starts up to that point. His last 3 have gotten a little shaky. So I think we're going to get more of the same here in this one. But really, when we look at Lance Lynn and look at his starts, I'm going to get to some really fun facts about these two pitchers, by the way, in just 1 second. But Lance Lynn has won 6 of his last 10, or at least the Rangers have won 6 of his last 10 starts. And in his games, you can just clearly see how it goes. If the Rangers score more than 4 runs, they win. If they score less than 4 runs, they lose. In his wins, they scored 6, 7, 6, 5, 16, 8. They won all those games. In the ones they lost, they scored 3, 3, 2, 0. So really the question is, can the Rangers score 4 or more runs here? And in which I would say yes. I think the Rangers offense has been great. One thing that's really interesting about Chirinos, I just found this kind of fascinating as I was digging into his numbers. The best batting average of his opponents are the 8 and 9 hitters in the lineup. They hit 314 and 367 against him. That's really interesting. The first 7 guys in the lineup, number 3 hitter, of course, is typically the highest, 278 batting average. Number 1 hitter, though, 132. 5 hitter, 114, 171. I mean, he's just an outstanding, and very difficult to hit. But the 8 and 9 hitters have really got to Chirinos. Another fun fact about Chirinos and his pitching is that outside of having a lopsided count where it's 2-0 or 0-2, an 0-0 first pitch is the way to hit Chirinos. He has opponents hit 342 on his first pitch when it's an 0-0 count. So high batting rate. In fact, that's a higher batting average than 2-0, 1-0. Fun fact, when it's 3-0, he's walked every single batter. So 5 times he's gone 3-0, 5 times he's given up walks. So there's a little deeper look into Chirinos. One thing to note, at home, 279. He's very consistent home and road. Opponents hitting 211 at home. They hit 213 on the road. Overall, 212. Lance Lynn, on the other hand, also very consistent. I told you what it's going to take. They're going to have to score 4 or more runs to win this game. The question is, do they score 4 or more? If you do believe they will, Rangers is the way to go. So on the road, opponents hit just 254 versus 271 at home. And keep in mind that home is Arlington, where the ball flies out of the park quite easily. So on the road, a little bit sharper, 4.01 ERA versus 4.62 at home. And here, just in the month of June, down to 3.62 ERA, 3-0 in the month of June, pitching very well as opponents are dropping their average just to 2.40 against Lynn. So a lot to like here with Lynn and the Rangers heating up, coming into a tired Tampa Bay Rays team with Chirinos on the mound. Look for some first pitch hits from the Rangers. And I look for the Rangers to get ahead of this one fairly early. And if it's going into late, the bullpen's tired. So I think there's 2 ways for the Rangers to win this game. Either way, as an underdog, I'm taking the plus 115 Moneyline Rangers as today's best bet. All right, good luck everyone today. We'll see you again soon.